Podcasting from her kitchen table, it's Jacqueline J. Here with another episode of Cast Iron Skillet Chronicles, where we focus on faith, family, fun, and finance for my fierce, fly, and fabulous sisters over 40. Come on in the kitchen. Coffee's brewing. Pull up a chair and girl, let's talk. Now, here is your host for Cast Iron Skillet Chronicles, Jacqueline J.
Hey, thanks for coming to hang out with me again for a little bit. I am actually not coming to you from the kitchen table today. I am up to my eyeballs in packing, so I just had to get away for some good me time, self-care, and pampering. Just got my hair did, then decided to get an ice cream cone. So before I go back home to the boxes and the bubble wrap and the tape and stuff, I'm just going to sit here and enjoy every single bit of this ice cream cone. You know, even Jesus had to get away. After he poured out of himself, he was drained. He had just spent time pouring into people, tried to get away, and they ended up following him to where he was trying to get away to. So after he did all of that, got the people what they needed, and then had that little fish fry for the 5,000, finally he was like, you know what? I got to go. I got to bounce. Y'all got to go. I don't know where y'all going, but you gots to get up out of here. And not only did he send the multitudes away, he sent his boys away too. The disciples, he put them in a boat and told them to start going off to the other side and he'd catch up with them later. And he was like, you know what? I'm just going to chill here for a minute. And he went up to the mountain to do what he had to do. He prayed. He spent time with the Father. He spent some alone time. He had to recharge and regroup. Spending time alone is not a bad thing. Spending time alone is necessary. Every now and again, you just have to send the multitudes away and remove yourself and practice some good self-care. Now, for you married folks, spending time apart doing different activities is also a good thing. Each individual has their own likes, their own wants, their own style, their own interests. You need to do that so you can replenish yourself, so when you come back together, you can talk about and share your experiences. Maybe you gain some additional insight into some part of your relationship during your time away. Recently, I was watching one of my favorite shows. So I do take some time to watch This Is Us. Again, one of my favorite shows. So what had happened was Randall and Beth were having a conversation, more like a heated discussion, but at any rate. And the discussion was about each of them not getting lost in the other and needing to take some time apart. Well, during one of these scenes, Beth was remembering from her perspective that every time she needed something for herself, every time she needed to pour into herself, Randall was always coming up with something, some issue, some problem, something that needed to happen to prevent her from doing what she needed to do for her. Well, this one time he was with his dad, and I don't remember if they were going somewhere or on their way back from somewhere or what had happened, but at any rate, Beth was supposed to be going to some work conference and ended up being wherever Randall and his dad had traveled to. She was in the store preparing for her own personal girly retreat. She checked into a hotel. She was picking up some snacks. She grabbed a bottle of wine. She had her tablet, and her plan was to binge watch Living Single. She didn't have to worry about cooking, cleaning, or taking care of anyone but herself. So Randall ended up seeing her in the store. And, she apologized for lying to him. And she was just like, I just need some time for me. She was feeling completely overwhelmed. Not only was she caring for Randall and the children, his father and his brother were living in the house, and she just needed some alone time. And apparently when she asked for that or requested that, Randall just kind of blew her off. Well, she was just a woman that needed to rest, binge watch her show, and just chill for 24 hours, where she wasn't someone's mom, wasn't someone's wife, wasn't someone's caretaker. She ultimately ended up rediscovering her passion and purpose in dancing or teaching dance to others. When was the last time you checked in with yourself on your purpose and passion? What do purpose and passion look like for you at this point in your life? What have you always wanted to do? What are some things that you may have put down or pushed aside to be that awesome, amazing caregiver you are? What are some long dormant dreams that you've left by the wayside in pursuit of surviving? Now is your time to thrive. Who are you waiting for permission from to pursue your God-given greatness? You only need permission from yourself and the Lord. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate, but if it is an audacious idea, run with it. I was talking to some sister friends the other day, and for one, her passion was having the satisfaction of knowing that when her son needed something for band, she was able to get it for him. You will have more to give to others when you also give to yourself. And giving to yourself doesn't need to require elaborate effort or cost much money. If you have nature around you, if you have some water or trees and flowers and grass, you can just sit outside, maybe under a shade tree, read a good book, get your favorite cold beverage, and just hang out for a minute and enjoy. Enjoy spending time with yourself. Because for so many of us, those moments are few and far between. Next, how about try writing a letter to yourself? Again, in those moments of solitude, those, again, few and far between moments when you find yourself with a few minutes to spare, write yourself a letter. We don't always get affirmation or get affirmed by others or told by other people how good or wonderful we are. And we don't always recognize it in ourselves either. So we have to remind ourselves from time to time. Write a letter to your fierce, fly, and fabulous self and tell yourself just how wonderful you are. Okay? Just how awesome you are. Just how bad you are on a regular basis with all that you deal with all that you go through. It was funny because I was talking to someone the other day and they were like, why don't you just take a break? I was like, okay, but of course I'm thinking in my head, I had all kind of excuses at the ready. They were like, okay, you know what? You work 9 to 5, you're running a business, you're taking care of the children, trying to get them straight. You're going here, there, and everywhere. You're a church administrator. You're writing a book. Just sit yourself down somewhere and chill. Like I said, in the moment, at the time, I had all kind of excuses at the ready in my head. I was like, I don't have time. I have to pack. I have to clean. I have got to get the children ready, getting ready to move the baby girl into her apartment. I have so many things to help her with to get her settled in. I don't have time. I was like, but then I had to sit back and think, you know what? Yeah. I need to start taking my own advice. I need to breathe. I can take 5, 10, 15, or even 30 minutes to just sit and not do anything and breathe. Now, parents, Lord knows every now and again you need to get away from the children's. Before you pick them up from school or daycare, in the evening after they're in bed, or in the morning before they wake up and you start getting pulled in 1,000 directions. If you're familiar with the movie, I think it was called The Mom's Club or something like that, something to that effect. Find some other single parents that could also use a break and take turns taking care of each other's children so that each of you get a chance to take care of you. Now, one of my other favorite things to do is to, when I actually, again, take my own advice and do this, is to get some takeout, throw on some soft music, turn off all the lights, and have dinner by candlelight, all by myself. And I usually end up doing this when my husband ends up working late. That's the time that it works best. But again, it's just me, so it's a wonderful thing. Now, there are so many other free ways that you can take care of yourself, pamper yourself, that don't cost a thing. And you can find a list of 7 free ways to pamper yourself at lswnetwork.com/pamper party. Again, they don't cost a thing. They're all free, and it's all about you. It's all about the pampering. It's all about pampering yourself. Again, lswnetwork.com/pamper party. And it is a pamper party. And the other thing is, if you've not only tried these tips and strategies, if you've come up with some others of your own that are not listed, please head on over to our Facebook page, Cast Iron Skillet Chronicles, and leave us a comment. You cannot keep on going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny without taking some type of break and taking care of yourself. If you have to take a 10-minute nap every day, go for it. Doesn't cost a thing. It's 10 minutes. Well, got to get back home to do some more packing. I have totally enjoyed my ice cream cone. Rachel did her thing with my hair, and now I am good to go. Until next time, bye now.
If you are going to be anywhere in the Atlanta area on August 17th, 2019, don't miss the launch of the I Am a Black Woman, the Compendium. Dr. Carolyn Stevens has assembled an amazing group of collaborators on this project who will be on hand to discuss their contributions. Grab your ticket today at iaabw.ticketspice.com. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Cast Iron Skillet Chronicles with your host, Jacqueline J. Enjoy this podcast? If so, get in on the conversation and invite your sister friends. Join our Facebook group, Cast Iron Skillet Chronicles. Leave a message, ask a question, or suggest topics for upcoming episodes. Until next time, remember, nothing changes unless you do. Stay safe, be well, and be blessed.